At St Philip's, Alistair MacDonald handles family disputes where children are at risk.
Alistair deals exclusively with public law care cases. Biased as I am, he's without doubt, I think, one of the best junior barristers for care in Birmingham.
Alistair is starting the most demanding case of his career. He's representing a man whose baby has been taken away from the family home after suffering a fractured skull.
Right, this is the bar, as in barristers at the bar. Barristers sit along here, instructing solicitors sit with the clients behind in order for them to be able to give us instructions as the hearing proceeds. And obviously the judge sits up there. Now we go in order, so I just need to work out, I think I'm probably going to be roughly about here. The key is being, for a hearing like this, is being very organised indeed. It's something they teach you at bar school called fact management, and the key to a case like this is fact management. Knowing exactly what happened, at what time, on what day, in order that you can pick out patterns, inconsistencies, and the management of the facts is essentially the basis of the case, really. We're trying to figure out essentially what happened. We're trying to get as close to the truth as possible. It's essentially about an injury to a very small child. It's about whether that injury is accidental or non-accidental, and if the injury is found to be non-accidental, it's about whether the judge can determine on the balance of probabilities who may have caused that injury.
There are 5 other barristers in the case. Jeremy Weston is representing the interests of the child.
In this case, neither parent is able to give an explanation as to how this child received a massive skull fracture. On any version of events, something has gone wrong if a child is presented to a casualty department with a fractured skull. Ordinarily, children do not have a fractured skull unless there has been some significant accident, and normally you'd expect a carer, parent or whatever to be able to tell you that something happened, the child was dropped from a height or was involved in a road traffic accident, or it's a non-accidental injury, which obviously is an inflicted injury.
There are about 35 experienced barristers in Birmingham who specialise in childcare cases.
We know each other well, both in terms of being against each other in cases now for some years, and we also know each other socially. I like to think it's a bit like professional footballers, really. You know, I'm sure that, I don't know, Rooney and Gerrard see each other at parties and maybe have a drink at the bar, but when it comes to Saturday afternoon, they play like demons for their own team, notwithstanding the fact they know each other. And I think it's a similar thing at the bar, really.
That's true, that is true. I see myself as the Gerrard, not the Rooney, by the way.
At Middle Temple, it's Grand Day, the highlight of the inn's social calendar, and Iqbal's got a ticket.
Today's a qualifying session, which is basically one of the events that you have to attend before you can get called. You're supposed to do 12 before you're allowed to get called, and I haven't done quite as much. I've done about 9, I think. And this one is it's a black tie dinner, so it's quite a formal event.
Qualifying sessions include lectures, debates and recitals, but Grand Day is the most impressive dinner of the year.
This is, it's in honour of the qualifying session, if I'm completely honest, but also the fact that I've forgotten how to do it. How embarrassing. And the tie is not going in. I forgot how to do it.
Everything in the servery. The starter tonight is soup. Those of you who are on the bench are having lobster and crab soup. Those of you who are in the hall are having a pumpkin and sweet potato soup.
Come in, Joe. How are you? Very well, Joe. Black tie. This is the biggest night of the year for us, yes. Because all the students could be black-tied, which will be unusual this evening, definitely for the students. But it's a big, big occasion. That's why the silver's out, candelabras everywhere. It looks, the hall really does look the business. Master Seabrook's in his dinner suit and he looks absolutely superb.
The occasion honours the outgoing Master Treasurer, Robert Seabrook, QC.
It's the big festive occasion of the year. It's been going on in some form since medieval times. It's an excuse to really put the boat out and invite distinguished people to share the evening.
I think it is very, very pompous from the outside, but it's not. This is not what we do every day, and it's not what we do every week, and it's not what every qualifying session looks like. It's a rarity, it's quite exceptional, just like an ordinary member of the public, when he attends a wedding, he dresses a bit differently, dresses a bit more formally. So I think it's okay, because it's, in perspective, it's a very, very small part of what the inn does.
It is remarkable how much the students enjoy coming. I mean, you can see today the student places and indeed barristers' places are all taken up, and so they seem to thoroughly enjoy it, and you know, it's a lovely opportunity for all the inn to be together.
Usually have a starter, have a main course and have a dessert. So after that, have coffee, go home. That's it, I think. That'd be quite amazing, I think, if they get strippers. For Grand Day, that'd be amazing. But I don't think Middle Temple have got any strippers lined up for the evening, so I'm really sorry to disappoint you about that. Pheasant. Damn it. I feel very familiar with this hall because I've been here so many times. So it's quite nice to see it looking very different and looking very, you know, done up. But I'm not overwhelmed by it now. But I can imagine some people are. I mean, if this is the first qualifying session you've done, God, it must be awful. You must think that this would be hell to do 12 of these.
Anna has completed her qualifying sessions, but she can't be called to the bar until she passes her resit.
Right now I'm revising for my civil exam on Saturday. See, I started ages ago. I typed up all of my notes again and then wrote them all out here, and then I condensed them down again into these handwritten notes, trying to get them, well, as short as possible again, really, and then condense them down again into little sort of cards that I can carry about with me, which are handy because if I'm travelling to work or I'm on a bus or a train somewhere, then I can just flick through and read through it. It just keeps me thinking about it. I'm not so sure that it makes me learn it, but it just keeps my brain thinking about what I need to think about. Saturday's exam is very important. It's... Yeah, I don't know, it's difficult to put into words how important it is because it's 40 questions in civil, and that's all that's standing between me and my BBC.
In the Birmingham childcare case, all the medical evidence has now been heard, and it hasn't made Alistair's job any easier.
In terms of the case I want to run for the father, and the case that I'm instructed to run, which is that the father did not inflict the injuries, I'm not entirely where I wanted to be.